and welcome back
to another beautiful episode of the Good News from Yurt Nation.
That's right. It's good to put one out today. If you've missed, yes, we have not been putting any videos out because we have not been feeling too great, but started feeling better and knew we needed to get one of these out to everybody. Thank y'all for the prayers, and thinking about us, being patient, and we're back. Okay,
we're back, guys.
We're back, and with today's is Peter walked on water. You know it? That's right. And you know what? So can we. So let's jump into this.
That's right.
Today, Peter walked on water. The Bible thought out of Psalm 118:6. The Lord is on my side. I will not fear. What can man do to me? Right? That's right. So let's go ahead and jump into Matthew chapter 14, verses 22 through 33. And this is about Peter and the experience and the overwhelming example of absolutely no fear, eyes and focus on Christ. And we see what we can do.
Yeah.
We can do anything. So it says in 22, and straightway Jesus constrained his disciples to get into a ship and go before him into the other side while he sent the multitudes away. And when he had sent the multitudes away, he went up into the mountain apart to pray. And when the evening was come, he was there alone. But the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with waves, for the wind was contrary. And in the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went unto them walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, It is a spirit. They cried out for fear. But straightway Jesus spake unto them, saying, Be of good cheer. It is I. Be not afraid. And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, command me come unto thee on the water. So that, they heard his voice and they're like, hey, that sounds familiar, right?
Yeah.
And he says, Lord, if this is you, ask me to come out there on the water. Well, here we go. And Jesus said to him, Come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. But when he saw the wind strong and he was afraid, beginning to sink, he cried, saying, Lord, save me. And immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand and caught him, and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? And when they were come into the ship, the wind ceased. Then they were in the ship, came and worshipped him, saying, Of a truth, thou art the Son of God. I mean, they'd just seen miracles upon miracles upon miracles. And, and they didn't even ask, I guess, did they think Jesus was probably just going to grab another boat, another ship or whatever and meet up with them on the other side? I don't know if they even realized or thought about it,
I don't know.
But he told them to go ahead before him, and here he comes, walking on water.
That is so amazing.
But what we pull from it is in our lives, we got to look at this where, things happen in our lives, and sometimes and all the time we should say, God, is that you? If this is you, Lord God, let me know. And maybe some of y'all say that in a lot of things and everything you do in life or whatever. You don't just jump and do something. You wait for God's answer, right?
That's right.
But why? Because we don't want to mess up. We don't want to make mistakes. We don't want to do the wrong thing, but we do because we're human, and we know that. We do have fear. We are afraid of something. But at that moment, with the storm tossing you, and I couldn't imagine, with the ships that they were in. I don't know how big it was exactly, but it was tossed around. They were fearful. But then when they start seeing this figure coming, and they think it's a spirit, but he says, no, it is I. And they heard that voice. He knew, and that's like us. We know that still small voice of Jesus, that lets us know, hey, I'm here. I'm with you. And you can do anything. I mean, look, as soon as Peter sunk and he cried out for Christ to save him, and he did, he told him, oh, you of little faith, why did you doubt? I don't know. He had enough faith, no fear, to go. But then he just noticed, I guess, the waves and stuff below him, and the boat may be tossing around, and he's out there with Jesus on the water, and he realized what he was doing, and he started sinking. Is that way we do in life?
Yes.
I mean, we have the faith, we have the go ahead from God,
and then we have the conscience,
and we do it, and maybe we're doing something, we're in something, and we think this is the right thing, we're doing the right thing, and then as time progresses, some things can come up and happen, and we think, well, am I really doing the right thing? We doubt. But see, when we have that confidence in Christ, we don't doubt, we don't question, we don't look to the side, look behind us, we look forward, and keeping our eyes and focus on God and Jesus. All things work out for good that those that love the Lord. And I'm telling you, the devil is out there seeking whom he can destroy and waver, try to make us have doubt. So Peter walked on the water, which is amazing. Everyone knows Jesus walked on water, and so did Peter, at least for a moment. What an awesome moment it was. Peter defied nature and did the impossible. Most importantly, those few steps on top of the sea can be an example for all of us. Let's listen to see what this person that wrote this devotion pulls out of it. Jesus said, do not be afraid, and Peter wasn't for a while. He simply took Christ at his word. For a time he feared nothing, not the storm, not the sea, nothing. With faith in his word and eyes on the Lord, Peter experienced briefly the total absence of fear. But guess what? We can be just as fearless and for much longer than just a moment. Peter had that moment, there, right on the impossible, on the sea, and that was it. It was gone. But we can have this moment of fearlessness to last much, much longer, and to last the rest of our days here on earth, really, if we keep our focus and eyes on God and Jesus and forget the rest. The rest doesn't matter, does it?
It don't.
I mean, what does it say right here in Psalm 118? It says, what can man do to me? Jesus says, do not fear what man can do to you, but what God can, because man can what? Take your life. Yeah, we don't want to die. We don't want to get killed. We don't want to, whatever, but it happens. And that's the worst it could happen. Because God, we're with forever.
Where the soul never dies.
Exactly.
Y'all.
And he can take your life and your soul. So it matters. It matters to have our focus and eyes on him. The Apostle John said, perfect love casts out fear. 1 John 4:18. Peter trusted in the only source of perfect love and then walked towards it. So for a moment, all of his fears were thrown overboard. We too can have our fears tossed into the deep forever. We too can walk above the storms of life as we look unto Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith. Hebrews 12:2. So that's right. We too can go and get through these storms of life, because we know that's what it is. That's all it is. Storms of life. It's life. This is not our home. We are just a passing through. You know what I mean?
That's sweet, too, to think about our soul never dying.
Soul's never going to die.
Absent from the body, you guys, is to be present with the Lord.
That's right.
Yeah,
So,
you remember that song where the soul never dies, no sad farewell,
yeah,
no tear dim dies,
that's it.
where all is love, and the soul never dies.
Yeah, and that's it. We can have that perfect peace to know that what are we to fear? Huh?
Fear not, for I say I'm with you always.
Right. But I'm saying we shouldn't fear anything. Because
No.
we have the creator of the world, of all living things, watching us, taking care of us, feeding us, protecting us, keeping us healthy and away from deadly diseases and everything. You know, I mean, God protects us. He's our protector. Jesus is our protector. And like Jesus said, I was talking about this yesterday with Cynthia, you know, when Jesus was telling them, he said, if you've seen me.
You've seen the Father.
Right. So, let's keep our eyes focused on that. And us too can walk on water, walk above the storms of life. We can do anything. Anything.
Anything.
That's the thing. We limit ourselves to what, wow, we can't do that. Yeah, we can. And we will. But we got to drop the fear. Like it says in here, at one moment, for a moment, Peter's fears were all gone. We too can be like that. And I know you out there watching, and ourselves included, have some type of something that you're afraid of. That's just there. Whatever it is. We got to let it go.
And we know Jesus is there for us.
Let go of it.
I struggle on that.
So,
I mean, I really struggle on fear.
Yeah.
And I've got to do a lot better.
That's right. You got to do
but
a lot.
God knows.
We just got to know.
God knows each of us. He sees. He really sees that I'm struggling and I have to pray for God to help me. Because I know He will.
Yep. That's right.
He will.
So, guys, appreciate you watching. We're going to get out of here, and we'll see you on the beautiful next one, okay? We're back.
We're back, guys.
Thanks for coming back with us, and we'll see you. Peace out. Love y'all. Have a great day. Yeah.
And I just want to say to everybody to please never give up, okay? Because you're so you're so special. You have a beautiful purpose.
We got a purpose created with a purpose, okay?
Look at that, Ephesians 2:10.
It ain't just something we say. Boomage fast, okay?
So hug yourself real tight.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Have a good one.
Have a good one. And we'll see you on the beautiful next one.
Yep.
So, love you guys. Have a good day.
See ya.